just headed to Utah. I haven't been here in 24 years, and the first time was in a plane. It's actually kind of a cool little trip right through Vegas from Arizona. But I'm going to be talking about real estate in the next 11 minutes. Training that I'm going to do every Wednesday here is for anybody looking to get into real estate. I've sold 2,000 homes in just under 18 years. Bought 38 doors by the age of 38 in a 3-year period. Done a lot of good and bad things as far as made mistakes. So what I can do is get you guys there a whole lot faster. And that's what this channel is about. Building something in real estate as efficiently as possible. So I'm just going to hang on for a minute. I'm going to share this with someone real quick. And I'll be back. All right. I'm going to be back in just a few minutes. I'm going to be talking, training. Whoever gets on here, I'm going to go over a game plan on how to sell 300 homes a year. Make it to where you oversee it, but the business is running for you. That's what we're going to talk about today. It's going to be just a few minutes before I get back, 7 o'clock. I'm going to be inviting some more people, and we'll see you soon. All right. Here we go. Waiting for people to jump on, 7 o'clock. This will be every Wednesday. If you don't know who I am, my name is Marshall Strong. I've been selling real estate since I was 19 years old. Took a few years off, but in 18 years I sold over 2,000 homes. I worked for new home builders, and I also did resell for about half each, so about 10 years each. 9 years new homes, actually 9 years resell. Then I semi-retired, and I came back after the rates came up higher. Let's see. When you do jump on here, go ahead and tell me where you're from. We'd love to hear where you're from. And are you in real estate, getting into it, investor, sales agent, and what are you looking to do? All right. So I got a lot to say about real estate, and I love it. Give me my financial freedom, give me the ability to be with my kids and still make money and live my life, do my work around living my life. And that was my whole goal. That was my strategic plan. I was a little naive. I really didn't ever think about failing. I just didn't know how 97% of agents never sell a house. And I can tell you why, and I can guarantee 100% I can teach you how to sell real estate, because I've done it so many times now, and I have a 100% success rate with the people that are committed to their success. So I can teach anybody. If you don't give up, you're committed, and you put in the time and the work, and you're coachable. The more coachable you are, the less you fight your own ego, faster I can make it happen. But ego is the hardest, the number one thing that keeps us poor. It's the ego. It's not being lazy, and it's not being stupid. Those are the 3 reasons you're poor: stupid, lazy, ego. It's your ego. It's because you care what everybody else thinks if you don't make it. That's all it is. So if you can start being aware of that and controlling that, that will get you to your limitless potential. Got a couple minutes before anybody gets on here. So real estate right now is probably one of the toughest industries to get into, which is good and bad, because a lot of agents are getting out of the business because it's not easy anymore, and that's great, because the better you get at it, the more market share you get. With technology coming in, you can connect with someone like me, and I want to get you on the video with me. Can you do that? I made you a moderator, so can you turn on your video so I can get you on here and we can do a one-on-one training until anybody else comes on? Can you hear me? me a thumbs up. I sent you the moderator, so you should be able to get it. There you are. Let's see. Well, I'm trying to get you on so we can communicate, brother. All right. Can you get on the video with me? I'm trying, or ask. I want to get you on so I can ask you some questions. See what you want to learn today, sister. All right. Anyways, I don't know. Until long gets on. Welcome everybody. See, I got someone else on here. So we're gonna be talking about real estate and how to build. I'm just going to break it down to how to build a business out of real estate. And this is something I did wrong in 2018. I sold 150 homes with me and about 5 brand new agents, a couple part-time and about 3 full-time. How did I do this? Well, it was because I had enough leads to provide to my agents to train them. So I was extremely busy after 10 years or maybe 4 or 5 years of grinding away. And then I started getting busy, spending money on marketing. And then I started helping people. And I sold 150 homes. Well, what I didn't know, and you don't know until you know, everybody's goal in real estate should be to sell as many homes as possible. Most people look at the average agents and they sell 3 to 4 homes a year. Your first year, you should want to sell 20 to 30 homes. That should be your first year. And if you set up the systems to do that, you can easily do it. I see you're saying that cutting off. Yeah, I'm driving to Utah. So, Juan, if you can hear me, I was trying to get you on the video. So if you can turn your video on, you should be able to chat with me. We can do a training. So, anyways, you guys need to get the right coach, the right mentorship, the right goals, the right why, and then put action into it. And it's real easy. I can tell you guys how many people you need to talk to every day in order to sell however many homes you want. Then we just got to figure out the fastest way for you to do that. And a lot of it comes down to being uncomfortable with doing things you don't know how to do. So a lot of people want to get training and get their license and know everything. Cool. One. Yeah, I sent you a moderated link, so if you can jump on, just there's a camera on the right hand side. But anyways, I'm gonna continue. I'm trying to get Juan on, guys. He's one of my clients that I'm training to sell real estate. If you guys have any questions, message me, because I like to get you guys interactive here. If you're already selling real estate, or if you have questions about becoming an agent, let me know. But if you're already an agent, tell me how many homes you're selling and what you're looking to do, and I can help you guys, give you a game plan right now how to do it. I got to know what you're working with. A lot of it is limiting beliefs. So getting around other agents that are selling 50 to 100 homes a year will show you that you can do that too, and you'll learn little tricks that you wouldn't have known if you're not working with top agents. You've got to get around better people in order to become better. Most agents in an office are there to socialize and casually make a little bit of money and feel good while they're doing it. I was a little bit of the outcast because I was just in my office making calls or out showing homes or listing properties or with my family. So I think you got to be disciplined and you got to set up a structure. Everybody has way more time than they think. Juan, including you. I had challenged Juan a couple weeks ago to make 10 phone calls a day. Juan, I would love for you to tell me how many calls you've made. I know it's not easy, but it really, if you just get in a routine, like I'm driving to Utah today, so I've been reading books and making calls 50-50. So I made about 100 calls and text messages. Actually more than that with real estate and still. So I'm rebuilding, guys. So I'm looking to build $1 million a year cash flow, which if I had cash, I would easily turn on a couple things and make it happen because I've done it before. So depending on what you guys are working with, if you have money for marketing, I can show you guys systems on how to build that up. If you don't, that's okay. You got to start them, do open houses, make phone calls, connect with somebody like myself that can give you leads that you can work on. Juan's made some calls and he's gotten some good leads, and now it's just a matter of staying in touch with them. But what happens is people get tired of the follow-up process. The average person takes 13 contacts to get them before they buy a house. 13 to 14 contacts on average. The average agent, 95% of them make the first call, 85% the second call, third call about 30%, and then it goes down from there. So it's a lot of follow-up until you get your systems in place where you get referrals. And I'm waiting for Juan to jump on. Let me see if I can invite him. I know I've invited people before. Whoa, no. Don't want to do that. Juan, any luck? There's a button to add you in, but I'm not able to add you in. No look, I'm trying to figure it out. It keeps kicking me out when I try. Huh. I don't know why. I've had people on before, but I sent them a link. Juan, do me a favor, since you can't get on yet, can you just let me know anything you'd like to know about selling real estate right now? Any objections that you haven't been able to handle, or questions about the market, anything like that? All right, guys, I'm gonna make a little formula that's the simplest way for you. When you start selling real estate, you should live off of 33% of what you're making, and 33% goes to taxes and 33% goes to marketing. Now, if you're a little bit more risky as far as on a risk level, I used to be at 10, I'm about an 8.5 now. Most people are about a 3 or 4. So if you're around 6 or 7, a better way of doing it is investing. This is what I did in real estate. I invested 66% because your taxes, you can always get a payment plan, but you can pay them off a lot faster if you're spending double the money on marketing. So I've always lived off 33%. You invest the rest in the marketing, or you hire an ISA, inside sales agent, to make calls for you, or you set up AI and some marketing, Facebook, Zillow. The thing about that most people don't know is you got to spend money to make it, and most people don't spend enough. Spend $1,000 a month. I've done that before in Zillow, and it made me no money at all for 12 months. I spent $12,000, got no deals from it. Then about a year later, I started spending $4,000 a month and started making some money. So it takes, that's why most people don't make a lot, because they don't spend enough to get any results. So if you think about it, if you're spending $4,000 a month, you're going to sell at least 2 homes a month using Zillow. So that means you make about 16,000 and it costs you 4, so you're making 12. It's 30%, 70% profit. So it's a good investment. What most people do wrong is they stop investing in themselves, and you should invest yourself out of a job. So you keep spending money on marketing until you have too much work, and you bring in an assistant, train them, make them a buyer agent, and then you get them at a split that'll work for you to pay for leads, pay for them, and for you to cherry pick the best deals, give them the leftovers, and then eventually you hire someone else and you take yourself out of it, spend more money in marketing, now you have a business. It's pretty much that simple. When I was doing that, I didn't know how to do that because I've never done it before. So I had to dissect it after the fact and realized I didn't know what I didn't know until after I didn't have the opportunity to do it. So now I'm going to build it back up. If you guys stay on Wednesdays, you guys will see all that. Well, guys, looks like Juan got off. Again, next Wednesday, 7 o'clock. It'll be more entertaining when we get more people on here, but I'll keep consistent on here. See you guys on the next one. God bless.